and welcome to the Minish Weekly Randomizer race. I'll pass you over to your comms, which is going to be Wolfman 2000 and Hendris. Guys, all yours.
Hello. Another week, another weekly. Today we have Orkney, Orgothy, also known as Goldfish, Bluesy, and Elaine on restream. And they should be off in a bit.
Give them a little bit, considering what's happened with all the other races and the tournaments. There may be a little bit of nerves just to get back to traditional weekly settings, which can still cause some chaos.
Some chaos. Yeah, a lot. Don't worry. It's going to be great. So yeah, they're getting ready. This is still normal race settings, which means that we have traps enabled. We've got Mania, we've got open fusions, all that good stuff.
I still remember the old days when Rupee Mania was not a part of it.
Same. Although I think I joined shortly before the change was made. And having Rupee Mania enabled is just way more fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, this intro doesn't exactly indicate that. We only got bombs, but no bomb bag here.
The night is still very young, don't worry. It's also great to see that Orkney, Bluesy, and Goldfish are... Ooh! Okay, they're very in sync, with Elaine just a few seconds behind them.
Well, I mean, moments this early is nice. This'll give us a few extra checks in town.
Yeah, we do have, like, 4 extra checks in town, and then... we don't really unlock a lot more stuff with just the mids. But they're nice to have early, just so that they don't have to backtrack all that much.
Okay, Julietta's house has nothing important. Oh, bomb bag early, so we're at least covered there.
Bomb bag? Where's bomb bag? Oh, I missed it.
It was either bomb bag or bomb bag capacity.
Yeah, but we do need 10 more rupees for that.
Well, 10 more rupees shouldn't be that bad to get. Look, we're already halfway
there.
That's
5. Yeah, that's 5. Now they need to... That's the first major challenge, just dodging all those beetles here. If you don't have a sword or anything that can damage them, now you've got the 80 for the bomb bag. You could go back and get that thing.
For a moment, I thought Orkney was going to, but instead, nope, just going... Yeah, putting the bugs together.
Yeah, just dodging them and just having them hop off where they don't, cause any more chaos than usual. Elaine is fighting with them a bit. Yeah, she got both of them. Poor Elaine is cornered. No. Okay, fantastic. They're free. And Orkney forgets to get the bomb back. Goldfish doesn't, though. And since the health container in the shop sparkles, that means it's not a trap. No! The bomb bag was a trap! The bombs were a lie all along.
Wow, I was not expecting that, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me neither. But it's... Oh, that's amazing. That's great. So yeah,
go ahead.
This is the greeting of Minish Cap. It dangles a carrot or bomb bag in front of your face, like carrot on a stick, and then you earn it, but you don't earn it. We're probably looking. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I haven't seen anything major in the Cinco Trios, or however this spot is supposed to be called.
The Tingle Trees?
I am mistaken. We just got a sword.
That's a sword on the boomerang spot. Okay, that's great. Yeah, Orkney preparing a save scam for Hyrule Castle Garden. Looking that if they don't get anything here, they can just save scam back to the beginning of town. Oh yeah, traps in this game are amazing. I'm a bit sad that we don't have even better ones because our community is, if it's one thing, very let's call it creative with negative things and with punishment of people and traps. There has been a proposal for. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I thought you would stop.
There has been a proposal for a trap that spawns a dark nut.
Okay, that's pushing it.
That is amazing.
Oh,
Ooh.
loaded. I think that was a cloud top kinstone.
Cloudtop's lantern. Yep. A genuine bottle. And a cane.
Yeah, we have the cane of Pacquiao. I forget how you're supposed to pronounce that cane's name, so I gotta go with something else.
Yeah, I know that one name is Bad Optics, but I don't know which one it is. So just call it the Flippy Stick. Or just a stick in short. That's a wallet for Ocne. So, Arwanas could go to Cave of Flames, but... Oh, never mind. Ocne just got access to Quennel with the spin there.
Spin scroll near our home.
Yeah, so essentially, Cave of Flames has now been lit up green, and they're trying to debate whether or not it's worth going there. We have not had a map check, and there's a Wi-Fi key. Already also got a Kinstone, but I don't know which one it was. Oh, and dash tag. Okay.
Okay, the one thing I forgot about when it comes to commentating this, especially with Rupee Mania, items are picked up so quick it's actually hard to take notes on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Notes... You can't really do notes. We're trying to have notes when doing the bingo. There's a bump back for Goldfish in Minish.
So it was kind of on the way.
Yeah, pretty much on the way, if they would go for the Minish loop. People probably had like, oh, we have a map check from Bluesy. It's 4 corners. No droplets, no war equipped. So Octo has 2 items.
So speaking of bingo, does that mean we actually have one? Or am I mixing up my bingo games here?
We have a bingo sheet or a bingo sync setting for Minish Cap Randomizer, yes.
That wasn't what I meant. I guess I'm the only one that remembers 4 corners bingo.
Flippers for Blizzy, that gives them access to Deepwood. And Cape for Goldfish. Oh. And I think it was another spin score for Blizzy in Toby, yeah. So yeah, it's essentially with Minish Cap Bingo, which we had in round 3 of the tournament. You are not really encouraged to take notes, but notes were kind of useful, especially if you're doing co-op. We had a casual co-op race earlier this week, and for that, it's really important to take notes on your swords, on your kinstones, on your scrolls, on everything.
Makes sense. Though
Okay.
I'm noticing chat suspecting that this is a very generous start, perhaps too generous.
Absolutely. We've got flippers, we've got cape, we've got cane, we got mitts, we got bombs, we got a sword, like less than 10 minutes in. This is a very, very generous seed. Basically...
No, after everything we've seen the past few weeks, what's wrong with a break?
I find it boring. You know, we want to see them suffer, we want to see them despair. That's the soul of Minish Cap.
There are plenty of other randos I can play if I want to have my soul devastated. This one I actually have fun with. Okay, Elaine exploring as a Minish. I don't think we've seen an attic check yet. While
No, we
Bluesy
have not seen.
And Bluesy checking out Split Blade, I believe.
Yep. Blizzy is currently in Wavefolds. It's actually quite a surprise that none of them have B-Land for Quennel. Because, well, there's an element there. There's Boots of Blizzy. Oh, it's a trap, never mind. They have access to the first element, so they could get their first element sub 30 minutes. Only Goldfish has bombs. Yeah, but bombs aren't needed for Quennel. They have their spin for 2B access, and then the bottle and the cane to get to Cave of Flames.
Don't they also need the grip ring for that path?
Yes, right. The gripping for that path. Yeah, either bombs or the gripping to actually get up to Colonel, I guess. Yeah, right. Yeah, or the Gustia, I guess. Since Goldfish has the cape, he could use the cape instead of the bombs, but he would need to have Gustia for that. So that's not really worth it.
We are finding more traps here than why is the bakery so sweet and yet so painful? It's more of a trap for our teeth, if anything.
That's one way to put it. But yeah, okay. They don't have access to Cave of Flames just yet, but they do have access to Deepwood. But I don't know if that's worth it.
We also have access to Grimblade over here. Will this check brighten up our runner's futures?
Let's see. Oh, it does! It does! Okay, so... Got the boots!
What can I say? Not a dull moment.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking with. They've got so many items. So I'm really hoping for this very, very late, like, final Kinstone. Elaine finding her bomb bag on the top of the school. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Got a few grim implications.
Good thing I'm not aware of all these implications right now, though I do have to observe, we're missing some swords in order to actually access most of the world at this point.
Yeah, we're missing quite a few swords. So the runners do want to see the sword handle turn red, because that means that they can split. And, well, it gives them access to Western Woods, which is really handy. Yeah. Elaine should be picking up her boots as well. And looks like Blizzy is making his way into Lake Hylia. So he will be the first person actually in Hylia. So I'm hoping to see that sub 15 minutes Doublets play. Because Doublets is a gold mine.
Waveblade, nothing so far. And, Agoti, I believe you said his name was alternately Goldfish. First to go up Krenel.
Yeah, so Goldfish is hoping for the very convenient grip ring here. And yeah, so Goldfish's username, Agoti, is a play on like... It's supposed to sound like Goldfish because AU is the chemical... symbol for gold, yeah. And then Orthi, I think it's supposed to sound a bit like fish or something like that. So yeah, it's a very creative name.
No doubt about that. Oh,
that's a Taltops.
Yep.
That's Taltops number 3.
We are already at 3 Cloud Top Kinstones, but I don't think I've seen a single other one yet.
No, we have not seen any other Kinstones. Apart from the 3 Cloud Tops that we have. I mean, I would be all for keeping it that way for quite a while.
Well, you are getting your wish. Sub 15 Droplets appearance.
Yes! Fantastic. Well done, Bluesy.
Now, droplets does not have an element. So
Yes.
I'm trying to picture what the benefit would be of arriving here right now.
It's easy. So, they've got the lantern. They have access to both Whoopie spots, or to both Whoopie Mania checks here. So, with the left side path, and the Dark Maze, and the right side path, you're probably looking at, I don't know, 25 odd-ish checks here. So, droplets is always a good place to be, especially early.
Admittedly, fair point. Here's the first of these multiple checks. Map, we don't care about. Heart container, useful. Bow,
Bow.
that's more what we're talking about. And compass, dang it. That means there is a possibility that Big Octo has 2 items that are worthwhile. A possibility, mind you, not necessarily a big one, but yeah, I know what chat wants.
At this point, Octo is guaranteed to have 2 items that are not small keys or the dungeon items. Because we haven't picked up a single small key, so we could have a small key in the underwater port, which is locked behind the flippers, which Bluesy has. Oh, never mind. We do need to have either the Gusher or the cane for that as well. I think the cape.
We have the cape, so we do have access to it.
Well, we have access to it. Bluesy doesn't.
Okay, I cannot actually speak for all 4 of our runners at the same time. Look, it's my first time doing this in over half a year, folks. Please give me a little bit of a break.
Don't worry, you're doing fine, more than fine at that. There's the first caster concern for Bluesy and the Tingle Trophy for Ogni. So Ogni can check Tingle.
But who wants to visit Tingle? That may just be my American bias, I'm sorry.
Well, Tingle is quite popular over in Japan, as far as I know. They had like not 1 but 2 fairly successful spin-off games with Tingle.
I thought there were 3.
There were 3? Oh, that's even better.
I just wish Tingle was actually better in Hyrule Warriors. I think he's actually the worst character in that game.
I've never played Hyrule Warriors.
Fun, but grindy.
Hmm.
If you want one that's less grindy, look into Age of Calamity instead.
Ah, yeah. Both are... Oh god. Yeah, the Dynasty Warrior spin-offs, right?
Yes. Or Musou.
Yeah, I've only played 1 Dynasty Warrior-esque game. I can't recall the name. It was One Piece themed. That's it. But yeah. Goldfish now in Cave of Flames, with Ogni going into droplets. Ogni does not have the cane either, the cape either, so he can't take the shortcut to the second path, or well, the shortcut to the ice plane. Then it's still very young. Bluesy having to skip the bomb.
Oh, is this a real?
It
It is a real. Wait, second sword acquired. 1 more, and we can start splitting.
Yeah.
Great, now I'm remembering when I raced this last time, having to deal with bomb management when I completely forgot I had a Gus jar. And in this case, Elaine has to do this with bombs.
Yeah, but Elaine practiced it. She's fine. 4 bombs is more than enough for the rest of Colonel.
And she didn't have to farm any from enemies or rocks, so that's good.
Yeah. If you have the shield, you can visit the nearby scrub and intimidate him into giving you his valuables.
The last rupee tunnel didn't seem to have anything for Bluesy,
No,
and so
not
he's
really.
bailed.
Yeah, Bluesy bailed. But Bo is good. Taking trophy is also good. Oh, sorry, it was Ogni who picked up the trophy, not Bluesy. Yeah, right now, Doblet seems a bit barren.
As far as I'm aware, that's the only location for a bow. Ooh, was that a beam attack scroll?
Yep. It does not put anything into logic, though, unfortunately.
Having extra options is good.
Yeah, they had they got Kane earlier than sorry, they had Kane and bombs way earlier than they had Lantern. I think. Well, no, wait, never mind. Flippers were in Turby, so they could have gotten to Turby. They could have gotten to Turby and then to Lake.
Boomerang pickup for Acne. I missed the specific room.
That was in the Minish path, so boots locked.
No, it's technically not required, but I like the boomerang. It does come in handy for some late game switches.
Yes, it does come in handy for late game switches and for late game health management with the anti-fairies or the sparks. We still don't know which one is which in Minish Cap, or if we know, we just tend to forget about that.
So it's the same old debate about Boss Bass versus Big Bertha in Mario 3. Gotcha.
Yeah, Capcom... a few names might have gotten switched around. Just because... Well, so the the figurine gallery that Karloff has here in Minish Cap lists the bubbles as like wisps or jinxes, as far as I remember. And the anti-fairies, those are the things that you usually boomerang for a fairy. Those are called sparks here in Minish Cap. Yeah, and we've got Moldworm and Moldworm. And we also have the mini Moldworm, which only appears when Link is big. So things, the Capcom translators were fairly loose with their stuff. And welcome to the Raiders from ZSR 2. Welcome to the Minish Cap Randomizer, where we're discussing important things like enemy names. So, yeah.
Second half of droplets for Goldfish. Bluesy checking out the Minish waterways in the southwest.
Yeah, Bluesy is now in the Goldfish Caves. We have a habit of just naming things after people who last locationed them.
I am going to lose track of those types of nicknames immediately.
Don't worry. They're just there to make fun of in a friendly banter way, I guess. To just remind the racers of their failures of the past.
I mean, if that's the case, almost any location can be named after me, because I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of them. Ooh, nice beetle strategy by Goldfish there. As Acne is heading to town.
It's always great seeing all four beetles face the right direction, or face the same direction. Oh god, yeah, we can see Henry Sledge in a bit, probably. Well, they're still missing the Rastia, so probably not. But Goldfish will be picking up the big key there.
That is surprisingly close to vanilla.
Yes. Oh, she did? Oh. That's why you check Carthage only after you fought Wobbuffet. Yeah, we also name plays after players. Doing half puff, pulling a myth, these sort of these sort of things.
First check in Deepwood for Acne is a big key. Now, do you actually take on Big Chew at this point, or do you
He
explore
can't.
more of the dungeon?
He can't. Ogni, you can't.
Right.
Ogni is missing the gas jar. Yeah, so pulling a half path is avoiding Percy, like your life depends on it. And Deepwood is, by the way, boss locked. Oof.
Okay, so my idea was just a bag of hot air then. Gotcha.
No, that's fine. So if you find out that Deepwood is boss locked, that's important information that you can use and that you can abuse.
I was just going for the dumb joke. Ooh, third sword found, I believe. That is in the Hype Cave area around Lake Hylia.
Oh, that's nifty. So yeah, as soon as Bluesy gets up to Krenel.
Okay, let's get up to Krenel now. We have a grip ring. Let's go.
Gorb is getting set on fire again and again and again. There we go. Oh yeah, doing a Hendris is just rolling absolute garbage seeds that everyone hates. And it's still great fun to watch and to play though.
Yeah, well, Chad is talking about the concept of being banned here. I am still getting used to this particular tradition. Why don't you explain what we mean by banning?
Sure, yeah. So Minish Cap is, I think, for the time being, the first and only randomizer community that utilizes a ban list. We have devised a system to award points to a seed, and the worse a seed is, the more points it gets. And the points will be bound to the seed roller, so the person who rolled the seed. And the two people with the most seeds at the end of a season, with the most points at the end of a season being like, I think 3 months long, will be subjugated to a punishment seed, which is a special event here on CSR, where they suffer for about 8 hours, give or take a few hours, depending on their level of skill and their remaining brain cells. So yeah, that's essentially the gist of the ban list. Yeah, only it's I think the estimate is always around 7 to 8 hours, but if you're not familiar with the game, it takes a bit longer than 8 hours.
In other words, if I were to somehow generate enough bad seeds, I would be on this for 12 hours, presuming we started early enough for my time zone.
It's a kiss on a Malawi! Oi!
Wait. I may have been slightly behind on that. What did Malari have?
A kinstone! I don't know which one was a kinstone on Malawi. Oh, Cloudtops. Ooh. It's not a point because Gleerock had an element.
Yeah, I was about... Yeah, if Cave of Flames was optional, I can understand that getting one of these miscellaneous points. So... Wait, which one of us is Clive Anderson?
Clive Anderson? What? Who?
Sorry, Drew Carey. Aisha Tyler? Don't tell me you've never heard of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Chad, back me up, please.
That's a very American thing. Okay. Ha! We're all Europeans here.
It's fish. It started in the United Kingdom. Come on.
Yeah, tough luck, I'm German. Ha! I'm not British enough for that.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, so the next punishment seat will be held essentially whenever it's ready. We're already a bit overdue for the punishment, and we have 4 entrants right now for the next punishment seat. If the team which uses our run-making tool, the Minish Maker tool, if our team finishes that fairly soon-ish, then we'll have it in this season. If not, we'll wait till next season to have the punishment race. Although then that means that we need Tres to prepare a 6-runner layout, which I don't know if he'll be up for that.
Shoutouts to Trez. He works extremely hard for Zelda speedruns. Make sure he gets lots of love, folks.
Also, if you want to survive, don't let him roll a seed. We're kind of hoping to get either Tres or one of our Minish Cap admins to roll the seed for everything past the Swiss runs, so like the top 4 stuff and the finals and stuff like that, to get them rolled by his, let's call them special personnel.
I
That'd be
cannot tell if you're
fantastic.
trying to cause more pain and suffering for these runners than they perhaps are already going through.
Oh, don't worry. There's always room for more in Minish Cap. No, Artemis, you can't volunteer as special person. Well, I was originally thinking about people like, I don't know, Tres, Mike, or a few of the other devs. This seat has been really nice, weirdly enough. So I don't know how we're feeling about that. How are we feeling about this seat?
I'm just glad to be back in this seat, so I cannot complain too much. Except for your lack of knowledge of whose line, but that's just a culture thing.
Yeah. But yeah, Lucy will not be the first person with the red sword. And they're actually going to continue into Game of Flames, which is not a bad play. They've got Cape, they've got Kane. As soon as they finish Gleerock, they can just go straight to Western Woods without worrying too much.
Apparently I missed the wake-up mushroom picked up.
That wasn't their fault. The visible heart piece, I think in the cave? Yeah, either in the cave or right next to it.
Oh, Elaine was very close to touching ground. Fortunately got a lift up.
Yep. Come on, Lucy, you know how to deal with them. That works.
I never know the best way to take out these mini Helmosaurs.
Usually it's with the Gust Jar. The Gust Jar, so either with the Gust Jar or the Wall Attack. These are the quickest ways to dispose of them, or the remote bombs. So with the Gust Jar, you can just take off their masks, which makes them vulnerable from all sides. Additionally, you can just suck them in. Like, not completely suck them in, but just use them as, like, I don't know, a projectile to launch one Helmosaur as another Helmosaur, killing both of them. Or you wait for them to charge, and then just wall attack into their vulnerable spots.
Thank you again for the lesson in life.
What's up with everyone getting blasted with fire from Gleerock? They're all getting hit! First Goldfish, now Elaine? Oh yeah, you need to throw the Quenelstone at them.
At least Elaine did get enough sword swipes in to go to the next cycle, so...
Yes.
I've had too many encounters with Gleerock where I'm just one sword slash or two behind because I also get hit by the fire.
One of the easy way to get rid of those fireballs is just to mash your sword at them. Because if your sword hits them, they'll just disappear. And you'll be fine without your bum being on fire.
Right, Goldfish visiting the Great Fairy, while everyone else is dealing with Cave of Flames right now.
Only getting 5 rupees from the Orphan Fairy. Oof.
Wasn't... Yeah, I was about to say, that was one of the fairies that provided a wallet upgrade originally, right?
Yep. You can see what they give you by checking the murals at the walls. The tile set people have had a very fantastic time doing all the walls and all the small details. There are murals of Gleeok in his boss chamber. There are depictions of wallets, bomb bags, and arrows in the chambers of the elves. Just everything's just filled with small, lovable details.
I never noticed those details. I will look forward to when those details eventually get added to the randomizer, if such a thing is even possible.
Well, the details are already there. They're in the graphics. It's like just small details added to the world.
I will rephrase. So the orphan fairy, as you called it, the one that provided 5 rupees, is there a mule that depicts 5 rupees?
Not 5 rupees, but I think a wallet, or just rupees in general.
That's
really
what I'm asking for in a future version of this rando. Somehow updating the graphics to also indicate what the item is.
Ooh, that means we need new graphics for every... Ooh.
It's a long-term idea, I'm well aware.
Yeah. I'm not that proficient in pixel art just yet. Yeah, and I can already hear Leo just screaming in pain and agony.
I didn't say it had to be done. I'm just saying it would be an interesting idea.
Baby steps, Wolfman, baby steps. We're working on sprite work. Well, not actively working, but it's on the to-do list.
That's completely fair.
To give Link new sprites. It's just that there's so many sprites of Link that it's just a big undertaking.
Oh, Elaine is going for the town migration as a Minish.
Is she? Oh, she's doing the waterfall, yeah. Yeah. She has access to Fountain, but she can't do anything in the Dr. Left attic yet because she's still missing the red sword. Yeah, she was at Dr. Left. Well, she just, put his fire out. Because, well, it's a bright and sunny day. It's warm outside. You don't need to have your oven on. Myth, for the next glitch exhibition thing, make sure that we teach everyone how to do the fast strat on the mini boss in Cave of Flames. Because watching Ogni fight them just visibly pains me. So therefore, it's not a glitch, but it just has to become common knowledge how to do these things fast. I'm sorry, but it just pains me watching that. There's a quicker strat for the mini boss in Cave of Flames that involves 2 spin attacks. And this is by far the fastest way to do it, and the most comfortable way as well.
Wait. What fire rod? I thought the fire rod was a dummied item.
Yeah, but we made it useful. So the fire rod currently works as a dev tool, which we can add back to the game using a patch. And this little item allows us to copy and paste tiles off the ground. So we can, for example, copy loading zones, make land where there's usually just water. We can usually just break common laws of physics. And it's
Petition
great.
to change the fire rod to a Green Lantern ring. Don't tell me you don't get that reference either.
I am not watching it. I'm not too well versed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or like this, just the Marvel Universe in general.
Okay, you at least acknowledge the source. I will take that.
Okay, fantastic. There's bracelets, and Castle Wilds, and the book. Goldfish is still missing the boots. Oof.
So that's two pairs of fake boots right now.
Green Lantern is DCU. DCU. Is that... Oh, that's the other one, right? Yeah.
Oh, great! Now I'm the one forgetting pop culture. That's par for the course for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty pictures and comics, I know. And apparently really successful films that just don't catch my fancy for some reason. But, oh well, to each their own.
They don't work for everyone. Don't feel too bad.
Was Green Lantern a major commercial failure? I don't know.
Maybe.
Elaine is working hard to not fall off the edge.
I do not like this cave either, so I do not blame her one bit.
Yeah, so the trick here is just to keep dashing. As long as you're dashing, you are unaffected by ice physics. So once you learn how to cancel your dash where you want to cancel it, you are fine.
Okay,
What's
Golden
the-
Tektite, we don't want to deal with you right now.
Up to the next... So, one of the planned features for the next release will be randomized items as the drops of golden enemies, so you have to fight them.
Ew, I've fought the golden rope before by a Hyrule castle because it just kept on getting in the way one time. It's like, I know I lost count on the number of hits it took, and I think I had the red sword at that point, but isn't it like 40 to 50 hits?
I think it was around 28 bushes. But yeah, that sounds about right. I did try to kill one by throwing bushes at it, and it worked. So yeah, you can fight them. We just need to see how we're doing the logic for those. If we require them to have... if we require them to have a damaging item for that. Or not. So damaging items is a setting for the randomizer, where we change what constitutes as a damaging item. By default, the only damaging item that Link has access to is a sword, but with a click of a button, you can also make bombs and the bow count as a damaging item, meaning that you can be required to kill an enemy with a bow or bombs to get the item off of them. Which means that, yeah, you could absolutely have your first sword on Matter Pillar.
Ooh, Karlov medal and our first shield. Actually, wait, Bluesy already got that. Ah, okay, it was from Krenel. You know what? Another randomizer idea for this game. Considering how easy it is to fill up our wallets, add some Rupors.
Yeah, Rupors are a good idea. Or one mode that I have been not spearheading, but I just keep on going about is single mode, where we just link, no pun intended, links his heart meter to his wallet, And if the wallet strikes 0, he dies. And instead of taking damage, you lose rupees.
The spots to farm money in this game.
Yeah, there are quite a few. So the easiest spot to get rupees is the red rupee that is in front of Link's house that does not have a flag associated with it. So if you go outside Link's house, there is a small wooden chopping block next to his house, and in front of that chopping block is buried a 20 rupee, which does not have a permanent flag. So you can dig it up, you can go inside the house, go back out, and dig up the same rupee again. It's probably the easiest way to actually farm rupees if you have the moments. Also, there are the obscure spots. So if you don't have obscure spots enabled, you have a high chance for big rupees in those obscure spots.
Goldfish, why are you visiting Percy? I've seen chat talk about how you shouldn't visit Percy.
You should absolutely visit Percy. Percy is hated by a handful of individuals here. But I don't see a reason not to check Percy. Percy is useful. He can be useful.
Hold on. I'm seeing new items. Well, there's a book, there's power bracelets.
And the castle concern. Yeah, we've seen that already.
Okay, I had missed that on my list. It is very hard to track everything.
Bombs. Ooh, okay. Right. That is Turtops number 4 and caster 2 as far as we know. Percy's a nice person.
That's what I have as well.
Yeah, Goldfish also picked up the Way Fortskin Stone earlier. I don't know where exactly, but he picked it up. And Goldfish is now the first person to go actually into Upper Way Folds. If I had to guess, Way Folds was somewhere in Caster. Oh, never mind, Boozy has it as well. It's the Western Woods.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any runner enter Caster proper yet, though Bluesy may be the first.
Yeah. Caster is a bit on the slower side. Well, it just feels slow. That's why a few people avoid it actively. Which sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't work. But yeah.
Ooh, Goldfish temporarily cursed, but the curse is now over.
Yeah, scooping for Elaine. So Elaine can now also climb that wall and get her red sword. So we now know of the blue sword location. Yeah. Never mind. We already knew about this red sword. I'm just stupid. And that was... Was that the final Trotops concern for Goldfish here? Or was it Caster?
That was Caster, I believe.
Ah, there is Gustia for Bluesy. Yes, so either way, if it's a Cloudtops, that means Goldfish has 5 Cloudtops. If it's a caster, that means Goldfish has 3 caster Kinstones. So both are nice to have. Goldfish is still missing the bow though. Goldfish? Goldfish? The chest? Goldfish, hello? Goldfish just skipped a chest. The last chest in Wayfolds.
Goldfish is going from the sea to the sky.
Yeah, but Goldfish is also he's pulling a Nesman. By intentionally leaving behind a chest, which might bite him in the butt later on.
Alright, Greggle's being saved.
Surely you get that chest on the way back down, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure. Goldfish is on 5. Cloudtops, I think. Meaning that he's very likely. So Goldfish is very, very likely to just take back the shortcut to Southern Highway Field. Oh, he's on 4 and 2? Okay. Ah, gotcha.
I'm right now trying to remember the vanilla game and how most of these checks in Cloudtops actually had the Cloudtops kinstones. The rando makes this part usually more convenient in that you don't have to explore the entire place.
Yeah, also you have find than usually the cape, which makes it way easier to traverse.
Oh, that's a blue sword.
Ooh, where?
Cloudtops, top left.
Yeah, I think that just you like surf things, come to think of it. There's the bow for Elaine. Meaning she can now do some more stuff over in Caster.
And Bluesy taking on Big Chew.
Cool old green shoe. I also really love Capcom's idea of a boss battle. Hey, let's take a small enemy and make it big.
I mean, Rare did it. What was that? The Peril Beam I saw?
Might have been. Okay, Elaine doing the... Okay, there's a small key in the pot. I think we already might have known about that one.
We speculated it, but now we have it confirmed.
Yeah. But I think Goldfish was actually hoping for a Cloudtops kinstone in Cloudtops. Usually it's not a far stretch to say that, hey, there might be a Cloudtops kinstone in Cloudtops.
Well, we did get a sword upgrade, so coming up here was worth it in that regard.
Oh, he's not... Elaine's not doing that... Yeah, right, okay. That's one thing to do. So Elaine skipped the Dark Maze section of droplets. That's interesting.
And now it is time to properly explore Deepwood.
Okay, let's see if Goldfish gets the chest. Okay, no. Goldfish, hello?
Goldfish?
Hello? Goldfish?
I know that there are some stigmas about fish and memory, but I don't think this is supposed to apply in this context.
He walked past it twice. Artemis, yes, that's probably going to be a sword. No, my best guess is that Goldfish is actually just looking at his tracker.
If that's the case, I mean, I've done that before with a different rando where I pre-marked a square as fully completed, and what happened there was I did a late game check before an early game check. I just marked it and I forgot about the early game check, and yeah, I was an idiot there.
That happens to the best. It's not a matter of if it happens. It's just a question of when it happens. At least for me, when playing rando, like it's just like 30% of the time that I'm actually looking at the game feed. The other 70%, it's just counting squares at the map tracker to see what's the most optimal play to go next. But yeah, I think we now know what doing a goldfish means. Oh, putting a goldfish, I guess. It's walking past the same check twice without checking it. Hooray! A new meme.
There are worse memes. There you go, Goldfish. You finally have a legitimate pair of boots.
Huzzah! So he doesn't have to walk around with his sandals anymore. Fantastic. Yeah, so this means Graveyard is open, which Goldfish will probably gravitate towards next.
But Graveyard doesn't have have an element, though.
So what? Element takes... element, yeah. The Graveyard takes 4 minutes to full clear. That's totally fine. Yeah,
That's
it's a bunch
completely
of
fair.
checks.
And right now, a lot of this world is open, and we are effectively trying to find needles in haystacks.
Yeah, you've got like, I don't know, 11? Is it 11?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's 9. It's 9 plus World Crypt.
11.
Is it 11? Yeah, okay.
It's 10 or 11.
Yeah, around that.
Key Sanity, add an extra 3.
Yeah, Bluesy almost fell into... Yeah, let's count. Okay. So, there is the check just before Graveyard. There is the Ferry. There's Lost Woods. There's Dampe. That's 4.
Alright.
There's the Butterfly.
5.
Grave Left.
7.
Chest next to Grave Left. There's Grave Right. And chest next to Grave Right. That's
9.
9. Plus World Crypt. Yeah.
That's 11.
Ah, we're smart. No, there's no chest before going into Lost Woods. There's the ferry, but then the next one is in Lost Woods. If you go left, 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 up, up, up.
I think they're talking the chest before you transition into the graveyard.
Ah, yeah. Well, we did count that one.
Yes. Oh, speaking of graveyard, that's where Goldfish is now. Getting money. Okay, let's see what Dampa has in store for us. It's a bottle! Or is it an urn? We don't know. Yameth, you probably do World Crypt in favor of doing Depot, just because World Crypt is way faster. And it's a... Uh-oh! That's the final Cloud skins then.
Okay.
Well, Goldfish. I guess his next path is laid out before him.
I would take that butterfly. I know it's only a 1 in 3 shot of being, like, perhaps one of the better ones, but...
It's the butterfly. So, marginally useful. Yeah, Myth. That is a double dip for Cloud Tops, which also means that Goldfish is going to run past his chest a third time.
If that seriously happens, then I have no words.
He get it this time. For his sake, I hope. For his sake, I hope so. But I wouldn't be surprised if he would go past it a third time. Gashta was in Castle Wells in the check just before the Wind Quest.
Heart Container is the first prize in the crypt. Second prize, we just have to get to the end of it.
Yeah.
Also, double check Bluesy's screen because we may get to see what is inside that chest that Goldfish skipped.
Huzzah! Yeah. So one idea is to save before going into the World Crypt if you don't have the Ocarina. That way, you can check the king, and if the king has nothing and the World Crypt was empty, you can just save scum back to the beginning of World Crypt, sorry, to Twirl Valley, without having to go through the Lost Woods again. So it's a bit faster.
I did not know you could use the clones to pick up keys.
Oh yeah, you can use them. They're useful for that. It saves like maybe like 2 seconds or so, maybe even less. And
Also-
Ocni is also making their way into their forts.
Also, I earlier saw in Castor Wilds a book that was floating. Apparently, we've entered the world of ukulele.
Yeah. So this book is on the spot where usually a butterfly would fly around. But it was a different kind of butterfly. So yeah, we are now on, I think, one book. Well, no, we're on 2 books.
Okay,
Two that we know of.
here's the check. And it was nothing.
I think if we have Goldfish with interview, we'll ask them what happened to that chest, though. Just to make them really insecure about it.
Oh, that sounds nasty. Why do I like that idea?
Bluesy, oh! Bluesy is bailing on... Yeah, so Bluesy picked up the 3rd Casterkin stone. So I think they would rather go to Fortress than to Palace, at least for the time being. Since Palace is one of those checks where you would really like to have your go mode while in Palace. So, sorry. You want to be in go mode before dipping into Palace, because that means that you can skip a lot of things.
Makes sense. Though we are still looking for that final sword.
I didn't pay attention. Did Goldfish just pick up the item, or did he... He did? Let me... I need to quickly watch that again. Hang on. Let me quickly clip that.
Wow.
I'll just quickly check if he actually did skip it. He skipped it.
Why? I mean, we know it's bad. For not so much bad as it is, nothing of value. Oh yeah, Goldfish is bottom right, for those wondering.
Right, I shall put that into our Discord, which you can access using this handy link here. Where we organize our tournament or weekly races and just have fun in a Discord for the randomizer. So feel free to join that. We also the Discord was usually created for the ROM hacking tool. It's just that the randomizer kind of took over, and the randomizer was more or less just a side project. But yeah, Goldfish now in Palace of Winds.
Also, happy 1 hour mark. This is probably a good time to shout out our runners, Elaine D'Orthanel, I hope I said that right, Acne, Bluesy, and Agati, aka Goldfish. Do not forget about the real heroes for this one, our Trekkers, Tomaltok, Artemis Myths, and Nimbus. And if you like this silly banner where neither of us are well cultured on anything in the world, you can follow Hendris or myself, Wolfman2000. Alright, first check in Palace is small key. Can't say I'm completely surprised.
Yeah, we need to see. So Goldfish is still missing the Gastia from Caster. One of the 2 bows, where we know that one is in Droplets, and then the 4 sword, and then they're in Gommet. Well, there's still that one Caster Kinston, but that one was somewhere else that I can't remember.
Unfortunately, this game is going a little bit too quickly for me to take adequate notes on.
Yeah, if you're watching 4 people, don't bother with notes. Right. Lizzie finding the mirror shield. Yeah, Nimbus, I'm really hoping that the Force Sword is actually in Octo, or somewhere really, really deep in Droplets. Or I think we have actually seen the bomb check in the maze, right? In Dark Maze.
I want to say... Actually, I don't remember if our runners had bombs at that point.
Yeah, because as far as I know, Lizzie didn't have bombs by then. So we could have it there. Huh.
Ah, yeah. This gate that Goldfish is going through, I don't like it, because it requires surprisingly precise movement to get through in time.
Yeah, more or less. With speedrunning, we recently found a glitch where we can just skip all of this auto-scroller stuff by just squeezing through the fabric of space and time. Quite literally by just squeezing ourselves through a staircase.
What?
Yeah, so you know how there's the staircase where you have to go from the moving platform to the big boulder that you can push? They forgot to put a wall there. So there's like a very, very tiny gap on the staircase there that you can just squeeze through. It's pixel perfect. Well, sorry, it's sub-pixel perfect. But you can squeeze through a square there, through a pixel in the staircase.
Please tell me someone has recorded a dedicated tutorial for this.
We do have tutorials for everything over on the Speedrun Discord, and Myth is soon going to have a glitch exhibition or a glitch bootcamp, where he will take apart every single glitch that can be used in Rando and explain that in preparation for round 4 of the tournament, where we have the lovely addition of glitches are allowed for the race. And that round starts next week, as far as I remember. Oh, no, hang on. I think it's starting this week, doesn't it?
Tuesday, according to Myth.
Yeah.
Ooh, small key in Pot Path on Palace. Ugh, I never like a small key on that check.
Oh, that is great, because... So, since Goldfish is still missing, like, 4 items, he has to full clear Palace, or risk facing the consequences. Yeah, so, Wolfman, the glitch workshop is on Tuesday. The round starts on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, and it's open for all people, like Myth just said. The Force Sword means the 5th. Yeah, so the Force Sword is not the Force Sword, but the Force Sword is the 5th sword.
Also, I typed in sound by mistake, but why is this a 4-sword game with 5 swords? This throws me off.
I was just about to type in bad oct. God damn it, Myth. Okay, you know what? Ha! So I hope that Myth. Yeah, so I hope that Myth meant by Bad Octo that it's on the item that descends instead of the element. So I'm betting the Arc Container, so the item that pops up instead of just, raining down from the heavens. And I hope we're not getting caught up in semantics here. Goldfish? So Goldfish was supposed to push the pot onto a switch, but he just broke the pot. That's one way to do it.
We go. Doors opened. Now, something to keep in mind. I do believe Goldfish already has the big key for this place. So
Yeah, yes. The door's open. Right. The door's opened. So that's a bit of an insider for the speedrunning Discord, or the speedrunning part of Minish Cap. Where we have a glitch where we can forcefully open a door and use the loading zone to trigger an ocarina glitch. And basically what we need to do is we need to have Link die and get revived at the same time that he is trying to open up a door. And if you fail that thing, it's very likely that the door stays open, but Link just, dies.
how does glitch work if you don't have an ocarina?
You can still open the door, but you can't abuse it to activate the ocarina glitch for that.
Reason I ask is because we're still missing that. Granted, it may not even be required this run, but convenient fast travel item is still convenient.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, it's not on the king. I think we already knew that because I think Goldfish was there already.
Yep.
Or somewhere else. Yeah. Poor Blizzy. So, Blizzy needs the Amos to not walk onto the platform, but just stay out of the platform, and yeah.
The Armos Knights can sometimes be annoying in this game. I still question why you have to even shrink to turn them on and off. I think that was just an excuse for the gimmick.
To be fair though, I really would have liked the idea of an Amos as a boss fight, or just a dungeon. As an Amos that you just have to scale from the inside. So just imagine this dungeon that you're entering an Amos Knight by the feet, and then you need to make your way up the Amos and kill the boss in its head. That'd be fun.
So in other words, Shadow of the Colossus.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for the gimmick of Link Small. Well, Orange, the game is not focused around one gimmick, but two. Cloning and shrinking.
Completely wasted Jabbernut on Bluesy's side.
Aw.
And I don't recall seeing this check yet. Oh, it's just rupees, never mind. Alright, time to face Wham Bam Rocker. Wait, this is not Kirby Superstar. Never mind, I got my scripts mixed up.
Oh, you mean the boss of Mario 64's desert level?
That one, yes.
Yeah, that one. Or, as we like to call him here, Minish Cap, Gordon.
Well, Mr. Freeman is currently in trouble. And you can use bombs for that. Okay,
Yeah. In many cases, bombs are even faster than a sword swipe. And another good thing is that if you are being pounded by the... Hang on, let me rephrase that. If Link would have gotten hit by the hand as it descended upon him, if Link is swiping a sword in the same frame that he does it, Link doesn't take damage.
That is a strange form of protection. I could not say that with a straight face.
Yeah, as you could see with Bluesy, he swiped at the red hand, and as the blue hand tried to bomb into him, Link was swinging his sword, so he didn't get any damage whatsoever.
Well, it's certainly a high damage strategy, but it works out.
Yep. And that's Gordon done.
Now, when will we get Half-Life 3?
Well, it was teased at the end of Half-Life Alyx, so there's that. But no, the joke name of Gordon comes from its English name, Godhan, as the boss here in Minish Cap is more or less the same as the boss in Wind Waker of the tower dungeon, whose name I'm slipping on.
I thought that one was Godan.
Yeah, that one was Godan, and they're literally the same boss. Just that the Minish Cap one is Aztec themed.
We found our second boomerang right by the boss of Palace.
Hey. Yeah. Speaking of Palace, that's where Ockley and Elaine are going. Well, Elaine is going up Cloudtops first.
And now to face another creature that I thought was supposed to be in the sea, Georg. Those who play Majora's Mask will understand what I'm referring to.
Ah yes, George. There we go. Goldfish makes it onto the platform. With a bit of delay, but yeah. Yes, flying stingrays. Just don't question it. And magical.
I'll just question the fact that the tail could somehow swing 360 degrees without a problem.
Yeah. Well, they're very flexible, manta rays.
I can believe that.
Yeah, so far, Fortress has been a bit barren, hasn't it?
I mean, a boomerang's kind of useful, but ultimately I have to agree.
Yeah.
But at the very least, you know, we were able to go mode this place, so... Or full clear, I should say. There are worse things you could do.
Oh yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Chad is saying that this, that a barren Palace of Winds may be worth, one of these bannings that we talked about earlier.
Yep. Yeah, so the ban list is comprised of meme points and ban points. Ban points are distributed by the races, meaning that if someone decides to ban you, you are literally getting points for that. And then there are meme points where we check if, let's call them infamous places, have checks or have progression, like like Andrew, Tingle, Yalawi, those sorts of checks. And both points have the same purpose. There's Power Beam for Lane. And the wind element for Goldfish. Oh, the vanilla element. That's nice.
All that for rupees.
Okay,
Dang.
so look at Ockley's screen. The staircase that he's going up in a bit, that's the one we can squeeze through. This one here. There's like sideways staircase. It's not even a staircase, it's just stairs. And we can squeeze past them.
I did not see where that gap in the wall was.
Yeah, it's like 1 pixel wall gap. So it's actually the gap between the I guess the sides of the stairs and the blocks right next to them. It's not visible, yeah. Oh, is that a pixel? It's not, I thought it's a pixel. Or is it even a sub-pixel at that? Book? Book? Where book?
Book in Fortress. That was the
Book.
big key check.
Book! Oh, it's a whole tile. Oh, okay.
So, Yalari is now in logic, if I understand.
No, it's
things.
not. We're missing the Ocarina. The Ocarina unlocks Yalawi.
Right,
We
the
haven't
three.
seen Andrew yet. We haven't seen Andrew yet.
I don't think we've seen Anju yet.
Oh dear.
We haven't exactly been motivated to come back to her, though. We've gotten so many items that we should just explore everywhere else.
Yeah, no watch, no watch Andrew have the ocarina. Oh, that'd be perfect. Just everyone's giving
Oh.
Andrew an Andrew
Sec-
progression.
The
Huh?
second bow was in Palace.
Yeah, we've seen that one.
I had missed that check earlier. Oh gosh, I forgot about Polyganon. Polyganon, those emotes are for you. I like that strategy that Acne and Goldfish applied to that mid-boss. Just jump over, reappear, boop!
Yeah, it's the good old Fist of the North strategy of just appearing behind an enemy and just killing him. Yeah, exactly that myth. I would probably butcher that.
Omaewa no Shinderu.
Nani?
I'm pretty sure I butchered it as well.
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone I know butchers that that line. Who's he checking the London pod? Oh dear, I guess he's getting desperate here.
I don't think Blues is missing anything key compared to the other runners, if I'm looking at his tracker correctly.
Well, he's still a sword short and a kinstone.
Well, the sword is in Cloud Top, so I'm not worried about that.
Okay, that's Elaine's Cloud kinstone. The final one.
Alright, turning in dog food is arrows. I'm trying to recall what locations we haven't done yet.
Hiking. We haven't done quite a lot in Caster. There's what else is there left? We've seen we haven't seen Kakos, we haven't seen Octo and Ice Plane. We have seen, I want to say, everything in Quenel. I think there are the Trilby digging checks left. We've seen Fountain. We haven't seen sewers, we don't have access to that yet. Oh, we saw Trilby digging, okay.
So, just to reconfirm, in the vanilla Minish cap, you do logically require the ocarina and the 3 books in order to get to the top of the library and be dropped down. But in this rando, you still need the ocarina for that check?
Yeah, so the ocarina unlocks essentially the main entrance to the library. Since in the game, in the vanilla game, you are meant to flute to Lake, chat to a Minish, and by the time that the Minish is done talking to you, time has progressed and the library has opened. So we kind of just ignored the Minish and said that, okay, once you have the ocarina, that's the time the library opens for you.
Bad compromise.
There are a few other shortcuts we have. For example, if you have the bomb bag that gives you access to the back of Minish Woods with Bellari, where he would usually give you the mump back. Or Festari, who is the priest Minish, moving if you have either the Jabberknot or the flippers.
Now, those shortcuts I'm a little bit more familiar with, but I forgot that those also had, logical decision makings, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I think the majority of the shortcuts that we have here is just there so we don't have to talk to any NPCs for anything. Another part being, for example, the Call of House. Usually, to get access to the figurine house, which has the gramophone, you would be required to have... where's that? Oh, Ogni is missing the chest there. You would be required to have all figurines, and then chat to a man sitting in front of the cafe. He would give you the Call of Medal, and with that you could open up the room. So it's just like small things like that that we have shortcuts for.
And I am thankful for those.
Yeah, we've seen Fountain Myth. Elaine checked Fountain.
Alright, now Bluesy's heading to Cloud Tops. And, oh, is Goldfish going to complete the hiking journey?
Oh, we haven't seen Simon either. Right, we haven't seen Simon. That's nifty. Oh, there's Goldfish in hiking.
Yep. We just saw a quiver, and there's one more thing in the back. Gotta watch out for the scissor beetles. And piece of heart.
Yeah. Right, Goldfish taking the shortcut here. And now that he has the Ghost Jump, he can also check Wiggle 1 and Wiggle 2.
Ah, yes. This change from vanilla I remember well. In the vanilla game, if you never saved Greggle before you effectively turned in all the kinstones, then yeah, Greggle's dead forever.
Yeah. The fabled adventurer of the Wind Tribe met his swift end. Well, not as swift as he would probably have liked it, but swifter than others, I guess.
Yeah, good idea, Bluesy. Go for the safety strat if you're struggling. Oh,
Yeah.
downstab technique. Nicely done, Ocne.
Yep. If you're in the middle of the ice here, you can grab him with a down thrust. If the York is sideways, you need to be a bit closer to the second top row, but you're still able to do this with flying colors.
Ocne? Oh no!
He's got a fairy, he's fine.
Oh gosh, I forgot fairies only heal 4 hearts in this.
Yep. But he's on the final phase, so... no worries, he's got this. See? And that's George done.
Hi, Georg. See you in Majora's Mask at some point.
Yeah. And by then he has learned his lesson and he is keeping underwater.
Nimbus, don't even think about that change.
That's not a bad change. Fairies... There's a reason why they were called easy mode in the punishment hack. But yeah, now that Elaine defeated Quinchu, she has gotten her first small key, meaning that she can actually venture deeper into Deepwood.
And Goaty about to do the same thing. Well, has to deal with Green Chew first, but, you know, baby steps.
Yeah.
It's not every day I see someone climb down the Veil's Fall wall.
Yeah, that's not something that you usually do. Usually by now you would have had the ocarina. But, not today. You hope... well, Artemis, now that you mention it, you probably have jinxed it, and Ocarina is now in one of the towers. Congratulations! You played yourself.
Yeah, one of the changes that I'm still getting used to, which threw me off when I played last week. The big key for Dark Hyrule Castle is no longer in its vanilla location. It can actually be placed in one of the other spots.
Oh dear.
I learned a lot last week.
Yeah, Minish Cap is one of those games that no matter how much you play it, there's always more to explore and to find. So, like, just last week, we noticed that... Well, not last week. But a while ago, we noticed that there's the unintended side effect that if you enter Gintari's house with the Earth element in your inventory, he also gains a passage. He also gives you passage. Which is not intended, and which is going to be fixed by the next update. Swiftblade the first is the one in Castor Wells, which is the dead one.
Yeah, Waveblade is the one at the lake. And that one requires 10 heart containers. Congratulations, Akni. You now have access to the rest of Deepwood Shrine.
Huzzah!
I don't know if that's necessarily a prize worth having. I haven't exactly seen any super key items beyond, but it's there. Stupid Guineas. They are actually Guineas and not some other made-up name by Capcom, right?
Yeah, they're called Guineas.
Okay, good. Alright, Bluesy finally has all kinstones.
Hooray!
Oh, right, with the keep you can just skip all these mushroom puzzles.
Yep, that's fantastic.
Now part of me wonders... I'm just trying to picture Link's Awakening done with the Minish Cap engine. Could the game even work well with just one level of cape? Or wait,
Probably, I don't know.
or would that break things way too much? Probably break things way too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, my mind's being a little silly right now.
Welcome to Minish Cap. That's what it does to you.
But I'm not even playing. Or are you telling me that this seed plays everyone?
Yeah, that's usually the case.
So I'm less affected when I play than when I commentate. Either that or I'm just getting reused to things again. Anyway,
Yeah, fine. Don't worry.
big key chest check for Deepwood, and it's nothing.
Aw.
Oh, we have Cuckoos!
Yeah. Ayy. Awesome.
Unlike Ocarina of Time Rando, which is typically set to 7 Cuckoos, here you only need 3. Though granted, you have a limited amount of time to get them, but... Okay, I am not used to using bow strategies for the Cuckoos.
Oh, you can absolutely do that. It takes a bit, but you can do it. That's a totally valid strat.
Alright, Anju, what do you have? Nothing.
Aw. Maybe next time.
Are we... Again, it has not been easy for me to actually take notes this time, and... So I'm actually losing track as to what's left.
Octo's left. We're actually running out of checks we're actually quite quickly running out of checks here.
So in other words, we actually have to go back to Temple of Droplets.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know which would be worse, Big Blue Chew, Big Octo, or some other big annoyance.
Mm-hmm. I'm personally hoping for Octo. We haven't seen Octo in a bit. Yeah, but the other things that we're still missing is Ice Mother Pillar. I don't think we've seen Blue Chew. Yeah, Myth just spelled it out. Town Pillar, Ice Plane, Octo, and Blue Chew. And the Models of Fight, which Ogni is now starting to do.
I think the town pillar has been moved, so, let's see what we've gotten here. And Elaine shows us money.
5 rupees.
We are seriously restricted to droplets now, aren't we? Either that or I'm misremembering which specific town pillar is... Oh boy. Well, Goldfish is set up to enter droplets, so...
Oh, goody. Yeah, let's see if Goldfish actually is going through with this. I hope so.
Not yet.
Aw.
Small Island Cave first, which makes sense, it hasn't been gotten yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
And, oh, one of our trackers, Artemis Myths, has brought up a good point.
Ooh! Which one is that that Goblin is missing? We've got Malawi. Sorry, no, Malawi had a Cloud Hopkins stone. Where were the Castle stones? No clue. Yeah, then it's up that. He'll find it eventually.
So we have to think about where Bluesy is checked that others haven't.
Yeah, kinda. It'll be fine.
Well, Akni's going into droplets. And, yep, Akne's already been down this path before, but now it's time to clear it. We have the ability to clone. We can deal with a silly Pokemon reject. We've got everything we need here.
Oh, poor Boba Fett.
Except for a small key. Now, unlike some other randomizers, I do not believe one-to-one key logic is in play. Oh, that was where the other Castor-Wild Kinstone was.
Ah.
So, I'm going to predict that, I'm forgetting how many small keys have been found. I'm gonna guess Matterpillar has one of them. Oh. Alright, folks, speaking of Pokemon rejects, it's time to fight one. Because, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see how many people groan at what I just said. The blue electric chew cannot have its base, swallowed by the gust jar while the electricity is up. Otherwise, it's the same as green chew.
Yeah, like, it's... The chews are so not dangerous that the boss of dungeon number 1 got relegated to mini-boss in dungeon number 2. Well, not 2, but,
4.
It's dungeon 4, yeah.
That reminds me, does Royal Crypt actually count as a dungeon?
Yes. It does have a key, so it does have a key, so it technically counts as a dungeon, yeah.
No map or compass, so... I'm mixing up my rando rules again. Okay. The game's code is one of the foremost authorities, so we will rely on it.
Yep.
Alright, are we going to have any points awarded for this check?
No. Unfortunately
That's
not.
Great spin attack, I believe, which is more of a convenience item, but...
It was long spin, yeah. But
It was
that
one of
important.
the spinning ones.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we're already over 7 scrolls, so in this case, it was purely optional. Alright, so your hope for Big Octo may come into play here.
Yeah. And Ogni is thinking about it as well. Goldfish is checking Super at the first.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. There is an element.
Yep.
It's just, based off of our, observations of the players, Droplets could very well have been a single dip dungeon, but most of our runners are double if not triple dipping this time.
Yep. As far as I know, World Crypt also has a... I don't know. All I know is that it has keys, and keys are what makes dungeons. So, ha.
Alright, Dark Maze Bomb Spot is just rupees. I know some folks in chat have asked about that earlier. Yeah, I think we're now down to Matter Pillar, Big Octo, and Frozen Chest by ice pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all these small keys were clumped together this seed.
Let's see. Okay, Ogni is not going to go to Octo just yet. What a shame.
I think we're just activating the blue warp first.
Oh yeah, all that.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, you're gonna have to do this anyway if you want to face Big Octo, so...
Yeah, true.
And Fortress of Winds does have both green and red warps. Because someone had asked about that. Alright, freebie ice flow check. Piece of heart, no.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so we're slowly but surely, yeah. We're getting dangerously close to last locationing.
Well, time to take a little lily pad ride here. Right. Out of the way, frozen chest. No.
Huh.
Goldfish is not looking happy on our view.
It's fine.
I
Right.
I completely forgot you could just enter and exit at that transition point and the pillars fall down without needing the... Wow.
Yeah, that is one of our little speed strats. You can also just you can get the lily pad moving upwards, then quickly hop off and put and step on the switch and have the lily pad momentum carry itself through the area where there's the pillars.
Alright, Ice Matter Pillar.
I think that's the last one we have before doing Octo, do we?
If I'm counting correctly, then yes.
Uh-oh.
Survey says...
Ooh.
Big Octo.
It's Octo. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, welcome back to Minish Cap, Wolfman. I'm sure you missed it.
I remember having this much chaos when I played last week. Oh my...
Okay, but now we have the question if it's on Octo. So, is it the element or the art container? I'm betting the art container. Ogni's leaving! No!
Oh no! This is bad.
This is good.
It's bad for Ocni, though.
I'm sure he can manage. He'll be fine.
I'm sure all of our runners can manage. Ooh, that's where another joy butterfly was. But okay, if I was the one playing this seed, I would just finish up droplets. I will fully admit that. And the main reason is because, yes, Fortress may be available. But if you're just down to those remaining checks, I would just get those checks done and over with.
Yeah, pretty much. Although we don't know what Ocni specifically has left. So he might still have like 15 checks somewhere, which he would rather check than Octo.
I mean, yes, Octo is 2 checks and it takes a little bit of time. I will give you that. I'm just typically in a full clear mentality. I will fully admit that. Once you start a check, then you finish your check.
Yeah, I tend to be fairly thorough as well with my writing. So that's not a bad idea. But Minish Cap's the name, speeds the game.
Alright, what does Dr. Left have for us? Another heart container. And we are saying no to it.
Yeah, so checking Octo without an element is more than just being thorough. Myth is right there. Almost no one does that.
And yet this seed is basically begging folks to do that.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's going to be ban points this run.
Yep. Although I have not announced who actually rolled the seed. And I think I'll keep it to myself for just a bit longer.
I don't know who rolled it. I am fine being kept in the dark.
Nah, it's become a bit of a tradition that I announce the culprit once we are in Go mode.
Point, that's fine. I'm just trying to look at what we've got and determine what it is that we're missing. It's just the sword.
Yep, it's just a sword. We are full sword from Go mode at this point. What will be out for blood? Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be carnage.
I mean, the ocarina is not required for this seed. I hope.
It's not required yet.
The ocarina, if just for frame of reference, I'm going to actually full mark every single square on Emo Tracker here because I should have been doing that a while ago while I was taking notes. I want things to be completely clear what is opened with the ocarina. I wish there was a faster way. I wish there was a faster way besides just right-clicking every single square, but I'm limited, folks.
Yeah, take your time. It's not like the ones are in Go mode yet. Although Bluesy is trying to. Bluesy, we've got a 4-sword pad requirement. That's not working. Without the 4-sword, you can't open up DHC. And Bluesy should know that.
So what happens when you check, and you forget about this?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I mean, that Bluesy will be disappointed in a bit. He just remembered, apparently.
You just suddenly become Rick and you roll. Got it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yes, that was bad of me, I know.
Well, I mean, you as long as you went rock and rolling. That was even worse. Oh well.
All right, I've marked enough. So if I were to put the ocarina on, that provides libraries check.
Yeah,
That provides the yellow Minish,
it's
and that
Hmm?
and the Flipper's Cave has 2 extra checks.
yes. We are looking at Yalawi, Library, and the 2 Jackson Suez.
And that presumes that we find an ocarina on one of 2 Big Octo's checks.
Yes. Or we
Uh.
have or we just go with the Force Sword.
If we only get the ocarina, oh, that's going to be double ban points. Excuse me? I just have to wonder what's... I mean, again, I only entered the racing scene last week, but I'm just trying to picture the runners' minds here. And it's just, where's our sword?
Well, this one's going to be on Octo.
It has to be tied to Octo somehow. The question is it direct or indirect? Indirect maybe double ban points.
Let's see. Elaine's now fighting against
George?
George. Yeah, I'm getting problems or just trouble. Yeah, finding words. The seed left me speechless.
I don't blame you. It's this is as close to a 100% seed as we're going to get so
This is
far.
a prime Minish Cap seed. So if you picture Minish Cap seeds, this is the one to look at.
Look at it in despair. It's like everything is front loaded except where's the final sword? Wow. And Akne taking on Gordon. Bluesy visiting Dr. Left, and now going through the Trial of Meow.
Oh dear, okay. Yeah, so this is actually a prime Norway seed, usually. Norway has been rolling seeds for the last few tournaments. And her seeds started off really, really nice. And then they just got worse and worse and worse and worse.
So this seed joins that coveted target.
Yeah.
Alright, Georg is down. Seriously? Plastic?
That's the end. Oh, it's great. Ah, got him.
Oh, you got me! Bluesy now going for chickens. Akane done with Mazal. And Goaty also done with Fortress. And I've lost track about all the different, I'm still learning all of the Mimi location names, so sorry for missing that. So when will our runners head back to droplets? That's the first person that does that is going to have the apparent lead. Unless we're
dear.
just missing something entirely. Yes, that was a Karlov check, as we are about to say. I'm just gonna say it early. Happy 2-hour mark.
Hey, heavy 2-hour mark.
Funny enough, both Bluesy and Goldfish are checking near identical checks right now.
Yep. So they are all just retracing their own, the other ones' checks. Yeah, we have the issue with town is that we have a lot of checks there, but they're all fairly spaced apart. So what many do is just they do, just a handful of checks every time they are in town. And just hope that they don't lose location.
Well, the good news is we don't have to worry about last location in town this time.
Yes.
That still does not forgive Big Octo required. Wow.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
This is
We've
the
got Bluesy
seed.
Chicken Salmon. We've got Bluesy Chicken Salmon.
This is the seed I come back to for commentary.
Yeah. This is the quintessential Minish Cap seed.
It has been an honor, Hendris.
It's fun, right? And one thing that I can say for certain is that on each racer's mind, there is one thing that they're all just thinking at the same time. Please don't let it be Octo. Please don't let it be Octo. Please don't let it be Octo. That's what they're all thinking right now. They're just desperate to not have to check Octo.
Oh, the seed is compelling Octo. The myth is compelling Octo. It's just wow. I mean, this is almost making me hungry for squid sushi, and I am not supposed to have that.
Ooh, that sounds lovely, though. That sounds great.
Seventh scroll was checked, Myth. And it was nothing. Just forget you can get the bomb well check through the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Sir. Lucy hasn't done the Dark Knight just yet? Huh. So Lucy has not been doing a lot of in caster. Yeah, so mind you, we already have checked everything on the map. Well, we know of everything, and we're barely 2 hours in. Minish Cap is dense, and it's fast. Oh, Lucy did a Francois. That's good to know.
Note Elaine.
Elaine! Yes, she's back in droplets. Come on. Come on, come on. You want to take Octo. We know it.
Arena was not in the big key spot. We
Aw.
know. I don't remember. I want to say the big key. I mean, we already found the big key, so it doesn't matter. It's like it can only be one of 2 checks in this, but
Yeah, so the big key is not in its vanilla location, essentially. Let's see. Goldfish now in Fountain. Rush Octo. We are. I hope that she rushes Octo. I really do.
which would you rather check first if you're down to the 2 checks and you need a small key for both? Would you do Octo first or Blue Chew first?
Blue Chew. But I think that's... she was missing her last kinstone! Oh no! Ah, she's leaving, isn't she?
No, she's not leaving yet. She would have save warped. She's staying. She's staying right now.
She's staying.
And that's her best move.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's not going back up to Blue Chew. I think we're going to see Octo first.
She's going to get the blue orb at the very least, probably. Yeah, she's just doing checks here. I guess we can hope for Octo, but, well, you know, hope is the last thing that dies. But it dies is slow and painful death. We can hope, yeah. We have to hope. We can do nothing else but hope. Yeah, Orange, we know it's a good play. They don't know that yet.
And again, if I was playing this seed, I would probably have avoided this trap because I am a bad runner. That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, but if Octo is unrequired, then Octo is the last thing you usually check. That is how it goes. Big cabbage. Oof. Yeah, Myth, why didn't you play?
It is
You only got
strange.
yourself to blame.
There are other randomizers that I know of that also have... Yeah, here's Blue Warp check coming for Elaine, or actually the rest of the ice first, which makes sense. But yeah... Oh, wait, I was 1 screen behind. Never mind. We're going... Well, hold on.
She's checking the...
Rupees first. Let's...
Yep, she's not doing Octo.
There's the turnaround. Alright. Now, I've played... And that's Blue Warp side, going for Blue Warp at least.
Yep, well, setting Blue Orb is a good idea here. If you have to come back, you want to do it quick.
But yeah, as I was trying to say, for whatever reason, it's like I've played other randomizers whose randomization can be, oh, Goldfish is back, is not that great, and yet at the same time, even though I know this seeds, this rando seeds can be horrible, I still have more fun with this rando than a lot of others with bad rolls, so that says something about the quality of either the rando or the base game, or maybe a bit of both.
Probably both, yeah. The good thing about Randomizer of Minish Cap is just that it's so fast that... Okay, it's just that the time investment for each check is so small. Like, the longest that you can have, as you have to take for a single check, is Octo, for example. It takes about 2 minutes to get them, and then 2 more minutes, or like, it takes 3 minutes to get him and 2 minutes to fight him.
Unless you're me, in which case I add an extra minute or 2 for each, unless I have Mirror Shield.
Yeah, but apart from that, it's... Your time investment is one more thought out, usually, I think. Okay, Goldfish now on Blue Chew. And I think they're all just doing checks and checks that they haven't done yet. Really hoping that it's not Octo. But, joke to them, it is going to be Octo. And they're going to hate it. And we're going to love it.
And in the meantime, welcome everyone from Scorpio's Final Gambit. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, where we are having the Minish Cap Randomizer. And a seed that is basically going to entertain everyone except the runners, because we are last locationed onto Big Octo. My name's Wolfman2000, that's Hendris.
Hello.
Our 4 runners today include Elaine, Diorthanil, Akni, Bluesy, and Agati, also known as Goldfish. The actual heroes of this, our trekkers, include Tamaltok, Artemis Myths, and Nimbus.
And yeah, you're essentially just watching 4 people. Well, actually 7, because we have 7 people in the race. You're watching 7 people despair at the moment, because they are all just trying to avoid their hardest. They're trying their hardest to avoid Octo, but it's inevitable because Octo has their full sword. We've seen every other check in the game apart from Octo, and we're still missing an item. And Octo either has the Ocarina or the full sword,
Or both.
or both. Oh dear, or both. Yeah.
I mean, if it's both, then it doesn't matter. The Ocarina is just an extra kick you in the pants. But if it's only Ocarina, then we're not done yet. We're close to done, but not yet.
Yeah.
And Bluesy is back in Droplets as well.
Yeah.
It's
That's what he's doing.
uh,
Bluesy, you know how to do this puzzle.
hey, I didn't, so
Yeah, so you can. There's like 4 different ways to skip this puzzle, and Bluesy didn't do any of them, and instead he's opting to just annoy us because he knows that at least I am a sucker for those quick strats. Come on, Bluesy, you can do it. Hey, there we go.
all right.
I guess 3rd time's the charm.
Going for Blue Warp first? Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone go for Red Warp yet, which, again, based off of the meta for this game. Oh no, Elaine left!
Elaine, no.
We knew this was a possibility.
The thing is, Elaine got her last Kinstone just now, so she's gonna do Fortress. That's where the final Castle Kinstone is. That's the one that she was looking for.
Yep. Wait, is Bluesy doing Dark Maze in reverse? Oh, blue. Oh, okay. I just missed this wall check. Oh, look at goldfish. Look at goldfish.
Ooh! Ooh! Yeah! Goldfish now catapulted himself into the lead. By just checking Octo. We don't know if it's just that his all our spaces have run out, or that he's had enough and he's gonna go like, okay, I'm gonna check Octo. I don't care what he has. I just need to clear this up. Because essentially what plagues every racer's mind is, okay, please don't have anything on Octo. And Goldfish is taking the fight back to Octo and clearing up the uncertainty that shrouds them.
Alright. We are going to get answers one way or the other. Alright. Time for slip-tack-toe. And we got it. Now this one room where I've gone through it flipperless once. I'm pretty sure it's a sequence break to do it flipperless there. And not even opening Red Warp. Double pillar, not a problem so far. Oh, lost the great spin there.
Yeah, so Bluesy's getting the final great spin and quick warping. Bluesy's also going for it, but Goldfish will be in the lead by a few seconds. Ah, dear. Yeah, so we do have now a race between Bluesy and Goldfish, with Goldfish being in the lead for about like 2 minutes.
And now we can finally see what is in that block of ice. It is a question mark.
Yeah.
You didn't think you would know the actual result this soon, did you?
I didn't. I surely didn't. Actually, to check if that's actually going to be a thing that we're going to change. It's always a question mark, yeah. But do we want to keep it that way? We don't know.
And a reset.
Oh, it's not changing. Okay, good to know.
Okay, I'm confused by the reset, but maybe it was just for a boss cutscene skip or something. No, I don't think.
No, Goldfish is doing Octoman up. We have an RNG manipulation where we do exactly one thing and it's going to be the same outcome. So if we follow a certain set of instructions, we can manipulate the RNG that surrounds Octo into giving us a good pattern. If you recall Octo having these ink screens, we don't want them. Each ink screen lasts about 30 seconds and we want to have 0 of them because they are slow. And we are, we want to go fast here. So by having a precise sequence of things, we can just manipulate Octo into never giving us a smoke screen.
And will this manipulation work with both regular and mirror shield?
Yes, it works with both regular and mirror shield. And we do the reset here just to reset our RNG to a known value.
Rolls by Goldfish required on that third phase?
Yes. So basically, the way we determine the manipulation is that Octo is really wonky. So even if we do everything perfect, we have
Hold that
one.
thought. Hold that thought. It's the song!
It's the element. Myth was right. Hey, there's a full sword. Hey, okay, that is go mode for Goldfish.
Oh my...
Wait, where was I?
And Bluesy has sent,
Yeah,
is that Meryl?
it's a zoom roll.
Right, family.
Blizzy has sent the ambassador to haunt the restream. So, what I was saying with the Octoman, right? Octo is still a very... Why me? It was... So, Bluesy is showing on his screen hand wristband. I'm not saying who will just yet, but it might not have been me. Who knows? Oh, it's Zuma. I'm sorry. Yeah,
We're in go mode.
yeah. We can go. Well, go with
Unless I did pick up one tradition when I rewatched my race at the end. We are about to enter Dark Hyrule Castle, of which there are, I believe, 8 possible locations for the big key to finish this game is located. Chat, you may want to put in a number between 1 through 8.
1 to 9.
1 to
We've got
9,
9
thank you.
Yeah, we have 9 checks, but just 1 boss key. So now we will follow Goldfish through the HC and bet on the amount of checks that it takes him to get this big key.
Core Smith is going for the full clear. Vati bringing us additional pain that we didn't want.
What do you mean that we didn't want? We wanted pain.
Well, the runners didn't. Someone has to represent them somehow.
Well, now they do.
Alright, Dark Hyrule Castle, commence.
Octo's also opening up Octo here. Okay, and this is the screen that you're trying to avoid on Bluesy's side. These are the ink cycles. Essentially, with Octo, despite us being able to manip the RNG, it's still really fickle. And Octo has, I think, 8 possible patterns, which we see with the rocks that fall down. So what we do is we wait until Octo has been burned 2 times. We go into the bottom left corner, and if we do the RNG correct, there is 1 out of 8 different patterns. Oh, 5 patterns, sorry. 5 patterns for Octo to give us with the rocks. So 5 different rock patterns can fall down. And depending on the rock pattern, we roll a certain amount of time to get the right RNG value to have Octo not ink us.
Alright, 1 spin attack later, and the king will give us the first check.
It's
The map! Alright. Well, I believe we're guaranteed a small key in at least one of the remaining 2 checks, so... Starting with the map chest.
There it is.
Alright, 2 it is. However, we still need that 3rd check for the small key, I believe, so, not quite done yet. And we actually have a finisher. Congratulations to Nessman for getting through this beast of a seed in 2 hours, 23 minutes, 45 seconds.
Huzzah! Well done, Nesman.
And Akane now about to achieve victory on this one. Or not, we got the ink blots.
There they are. Oh, man, oh, man. Yeah, so, Goldfish is now on his final stretch, Tivati. And welcome to the Raiders of Nesman. So yeah, we are still finishing up. Goldfish, Bluesy are already in DHC. Orkney is just about to enter DHC. Or well, just about to get his full sword. And Elaine is still trying to find her full sword.
And yep, no need to go for the chest by the throne. Since we got our big key early, we're just gone. Nesman, I don't know if that's sarcasm or not coming from you.
Yeah, GG's. Oh right, yeah. So since we are in go mode, do you want to know who rolled?
I'm genuinely curious. Who pulled off this allegedly perfect seed?
In fact, it's one of our levelable trackers. Nimbus, you're the culprit. This is a Nimbus seed, so every band point goes towards Nimbus.
I'll be honest, for a moment I was worried you were going to say it was me, because I did submit seeds over in your direction. But, Nimbus, I'll gladly let them take this.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's gonna be great.
So yeah, Nimbus, I hope you're happy. You have just earned infamy by giving us this.
Hey! Congrats, Nimbus. You did it!
And now it is time for the triple dark nuts.
Yeah, so since they have great spin and long spin, the dot nuts are fairly easy to, just handle.
Alright, we got through in the roughly 3 minutes or so it takes before Zelda becomes a permanent garden ornament.
Ah, poor Zelda. Yeah, so essentially the Vati fight, sorry, the Darknut fight is on a timer. So if you take longer than 3 minutes to fight the Darknuts, tough luck, Zelda gets turned into a proper stone without any Zelda in it. Yeah, that was a good call, Nesman. I think Goldfish had last location, I think. Also, Goldfish pulled a Nesman. And not only once, but thrice. There is one check. Sorry, it's in Vale Falls. The last check in the caverns before you go up Vale Springs. Goldfish ran past that check not once, not twice, but thrice. And he has not checked it yet. Isn't that nice?
I just realized Ocarina has to be in DHC.
Yeah. So I hope we do find it somewhere.
Based off of what's left, yeah, I don't think our runners are going in that direction.
Yeah.
These electric balls of anti-concentration, I really don't like those attacks. Oh no, Elaine's not happy.
Elaine is very unhappy. Yeah, and off to Doppet she goes. I hope.
It's a little hard to tell since we can't just warp there.
Yeah.
Can commentators give ban points for...
Unfortunately, we can't. We can't. I'm sorry.
Because lack of Ocarina, I feel, is deserving of a point.
No, it's not bad. It's fine.
And yes, great spin against the mini eyes. Always a classic. Nice roll attack strategy.
Ooh. Yep. Yeah, and Goldfish is now done as well in a bit. With Bluesy slipping on Vati too. That was not enough. Oh, yeah, okay, so we need to skip the interview. Or yeah, okay, GG's to Goldfish. You want to walk on those clones? Yeah. Come on, Uzi, you can get it. We believe in you. Hey, there we go. And that is Vati 2 done for Blizzy as well.
Goldfish has left the building. Well, left our camera view anyway.
I'm sure he'll be back. I'll be back.
But yeah, as far as what's coming up, since, you know, we do have a bit of a packed day today, we should at least cover that. In about 25 minutes, we have a Link to the Past Randomizer Cross-Key Tournament matchup, Twist Round 5. And we are going to have another matchup at, well, 25. I'm just going to say 9 p.m. Eastern because I am not going to be able to convert all the times. There is another round 5 matchup in Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Keys. For those that prefer their 2D Zeldas, we have at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament of 2021. And of course, for those that like more variety with their Minish Cap gameplay, at 2 p.m. on Monday, we are going to have the Minish Cap Randomizer Variety Tournament Season 3 Swiss Round 3 matchup between Sean and our very own Myth. Please make sure to follow twitch.tv/ZeldaSpeedRuns, ZeldaSpeedRuns2, and ZeldaSpeedRuns_3. Have there any other channels that have been added since then in order to catch all of the action here?
We do have ZSR4.
With an underscore or without?
I think with an underscore, I'm not sure though.
Nice idea with using bombs to take out the triple dark nuts. I forgot they can stun.
Yeah. Although one thing to mention is that throwing the bombs deals more damage than having the bombs explode. So just the weight of these things is more than the explosion itself. And GG's to Bluesy.
235-14. So yeah, partially because of the, big events coming up, we will not be able to go for interviews. But again, sit tight and there will still be plenty of Zelda action for you. Yep, there is that. I don't know if Goldfish's screen has been paused yet, but on our side, I'm at least seeing the inventory. 17 hearts, 10 scrolls, all butterflies, and, yeah. Also, in chat, evening Bluesy.
Hello. So, don't ban me, this is not my seat. Nimbus did the thing today. So you can blame them. Not me. I had nothing to do with it. Nimbus. Yeah, Nimbus, I think you might want to run.
Alright, we have official runner confirmation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Apparently anytime there's optional droplets with required Big Octo or Blue Chew, it's always going to be a ban point.
Yeah. So that was a great seed. Also, Blizzy, I just checked. The Ocarina was indeed in the towers. So there's no way you could have gotten that either.
Was it Southwest Tower?
I just closed that thing. Hang on. I think it was northwest. Give me a second. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It was the seat. Ocarina. Castle top left tower.
Ah, dang it.
So northwest. It's nice, right?
This seed.
This is the prime example for how a Minish Cap seed usually should go. Maybe next time a bit more Yalawi Nimbus, but you were on point for this one. You did well. I'm proud of him.
I would have needed 3 hours, 10 minutes minimum for this seed.
That's not that bad. I'm sure you could have gotten this a bit quicker than 3 hours.
You saw my run last week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I was the slowest one on Restream.
That's just all. It's all just practice. Don't worry about it. The more you play, the better you get.
I'll just stick to being the, hey, anyone can do this person.
Well, literally anyone can play this game. This is a fast thing.
Relatively, I will give you that.
And I think as far as randomizers go, this is the most accessible one of them all.
It is definitely up there, which is, again, another reason why I do like to play this one every now and then.
Yep.
I will have no problem being the, for lack of a better term, accessibility champion for this one.
Mayor's basement. Yeah, we've seen a handle sledge, but turns out, well, we've seen not handle sledge, but just half edge, so that didn't count. Since handle sledge is doing half edge after defeating Blue Chew. That is the sole requirement for it. Oop. We're buffering. Are we? I'm buffering. Oh no, it's fine.
I'm not
It's back.
noticing. Oh, and
and-
Acne not getting the full reflect. Oh, and shocked as well. Oh, and a double shock pattern. Ouch. Okay, why does the eyeball reflection thing not always work?
It's really precise. Like, I think you have like a 4-pixel window or so. Also, you don't spam. If you spam your sword swipes, you're more likely to have it not work. So you want to be very careful with the thing. With the sword swipes.
And there we go. Acne has finished with a time of 2:41:26. And as we said, there's not enough time for interviews. I don't even know if we'll be able to finish watching Elaine power through this. I'm gonna leave that call to you, Hendris.
She should take about 7 minutes for her, I think. So we might be cutting it close with Elaine. We can surely rate her.
That's probably the smart plan. So, again, Hendris, it's been an honor to work with you.
Yeah,
Glad to be.
It was fun. It was fun.
It's glad to be able to still commentate after being in semi-retirement for over half a year. Glad to
Aw.
know I still have some of this. What a seat to come back to.
Yeah, Team Ciara is like learning how to drive a bicycle. It's you never really unlearn it.
I should say we're going to rate her if I can figure out how to do it.
But
We'll see how that goes. It
Yeah.
should be simple enough. So thank you everyone for watching today. Thank you to Hendris and Wolfman for coming, to our trackers for tracking. And we're going to go and throw this over to Elaine, like Wolfman said. And about 20 minutes from now, there's going to be a Cross Keys Link to the Past race on this channel. There'll be another one on this channel at 9 o'clock, and the Z2R is going to be on Zelda 2 at 9:30. So if you want anything else today, those are the other ones that are running today. All right, so again, thank you everyone for coming, and we're going to raid over to Elaine.
Huzzah!
Stay safe, everyone.
Stay safe. Stay negative.